Guys, it has been an incredibly long dang day. Started early in the morning and has just gone and gone and gone. We should have a few show up here in a minute, and then we shall begin. Well, somebody popped in. We just got started, so I always do this surprise live, and you never know when it's going to come up. I did leave a message though on the YouTube there for everyone to know. So who popped up? Who we got in the house? What's up, Joe? Joe in line 4. I guess that's a vehicle. Or an engine anyway. I've known a bunch of folks that picked up that name. What's up? Extreme Subs, yeah. Yeah. See, y'all see what's going on in the background back there. And it's playing, baby. I still got some cleanup to do. A little more aesthetic stuff to do, but it's playing. Hello and good evening, Coron Spencer. Nice to meet you, folks. Oh man, I've had one monster long day. Started out early this morning. I'm out here, got neck deep in this stuff. My wife pops her head out the door and she says, "Hey, don't forget we got a doctor's appointment." I'm like, man. So I'm running around trying to put up tools, and I had to go jump in the shower. You don't want to go to the doctor all sweaty, right? So yeah. Thank you, Extreme Subs. But it's been a monster. It's been a real monster. So if any of you guys were on earlier today, I talked about the battery situation where I had the battery died on the Tahoe. The Go battery, the one that runs the Tahoe. Come out here this morning and it was pretty much hammered dead. It wouldn't even unlock the doors. I'm like, something's got to give, right? Mind you, I didn't have the lithium hooked up at all. It was sitting back here just chilling. I didn't have the ultra cap hooked up either. I just had the 3 AGMs under the hood. So I got 2 of the AGMs out from under the hood today. And I got them over here on the table and I'm letting them charge. Trying to see who won't take a charge very well. Because one of these guys has failed. I think it may be the one I'm trying to charge right now. But the one under the hood that's still up there, it's taking a little charge, and it started a vehicle. We'll wait and see. I'm gonna play them tonight. If I come out here tomorrow and that sucker under the hood's dead, well, we'll know what's up. Thank you. Putting all them power wires in that spot right there, that was tough. It's a very small area. And you gotta go, and them big old heavy America Series wires, they don't like to do that whole thing. What's up, Travis? In this live, we might be getting a visit from somebody that y'all gonna recognize when he pops in. So just a heads up. Somebody might pop in the chat. if he ain't busy. So I'm gonna leave it out there. Let y'all figure it out. So I'm down right now in the hole. I got the battery back here. The trunk's under lithium, and it's charged. And I got the one under the hood, and it's mostly charged. But they're on two separate systems, so they shouldn't affect each other at all. Now tomorrow, if either one, if one of them is bad, I'll know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Because that's the thing about having multiple AGMs. If one of them goes dead or goes bad, it's real hard to figure out, what it is, because it'll bring the whole bank down, right? I don't know. Those guys have been through the meat grinder, though. These other two that I pulled out, they survived. They're survivors of the Great Lithium Fire 2024. The Headway Fire, yeah, they're a part of that whole operation. They've been through multiple winters and have had some rough life. So if they're dead, they kind of deserve to be dead. They deserve to rest in pieces. You know what I'm saying? Well, I have a drain. Yes, I've got multiple tiny drains, but nothing that should put out a full battery in 24 hours. The drains that I have, if I don't start it up within, whatever, 2 or 3 weeks, it might dip a little bit. Yeah, so I'm not really concerned about that. That's not really a thing that I'm worried about. But we're going to figure it out. we got them all separated now. See, now they can't, the bad apple can't hide in a pile. So if y'all want to see what I did, I'll show you. Let's get up here. Oh, see what we can get into here a little bit. I'm tired. I'm very tired. And let's see here. See if we can flip this thing. And to watch it, I'll put y'all on mute and I won't even realize it. So, let's see here. What's holding me up? Something holding me up. Oh, it's this thing. It's always something. There we go. So, there's Darth Vader. Now, Darth Vader is about a 2002, I think, JL Audio 450/4. Best sounding mids and highs amp you will ever hear. And then there's the mass of wiring that I did here toward the end of the day. There's my Def Bonds. My little baby Def Bonds 9.5K. That thing there is an absolute monster. That's a Def Bonds Atom 9.5K Pro. And yes, it'll do that wattage, not a problem. Then I got my little Trunk Thunder Lithium here. Got a little banger, 10K. And that thing is phenomenal, guys. If you're looking for a lithium battery, yeah, that's as far as you need to go. Check him out. If you go over to Trunk Thunder, blah, 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 blah. If you go over to Trunk Thunder Lithium site, find something you're interested in, use my coupon code, CAE10, and you get 10% off there. So, what's up, El Fuego? He's always from there. One of these days you're gonna come in and say, "Hey, yeah, from the Pacific Southwest or something else." Gonna throw everybody off. They'll be like, "Wait, it's an imposter." So, Joanne Line 4 says the amp rack is looking good. Do you have a drain? I don't think so. Fuego, you just get in here. I'll give you the pass. So wires are pretty much, I've got it pretty much nailed down at this point. It is playing, and I did fire it up, and I did give it a little test bump earlier. So we are golden in that area. Right now I've got one battery under the hood and the little banger back here. I was going to put the super cap up there, which reminds me I still got to put that damn thing up. It's sitting out there in the ground. I was going to put it under there, but I couldn't get it to fit in the spot. And it only weighs, you know, about 40 pounds. You know what's crazy is these guys here, these are the ones, one of these is the ones I think I'm having a problem with. And it says it's charging 42%. We've been at that for a while. That should have been done a long time ago. Yeah, I can't do no DJ Rusticles right now. That'd be just rude. I'll do, you know, during the day if my next door neighbor here ain't here, which she ain't right now, I'll give it some beans, but I don't cut up at nighttime. That's just unpolite. And I may be a basehead, but I'm not an asshole basehead. So this guy here got up to like, let me see here. I'll tell you what the stasis is on this situation. Because I got, like any hardcore basehead, I got a voltmeter in my pocket. Guys, if you want to be able to put one of these in your pocket for when you're going to go do stuff, this dude right here is the one you want. Because the leads fold up inside of it, so when you pull it apart, the leads are attached permanently. They roll up real easy. It ain't got no protrusions on it. You can slide this bad boy in your pocket, and then you're golden, you know, on the spot. So this one that I'm not charging right now, I was charging a little earlier, is sitting at, I don't even know, hang on a second. It's sitting at 10. It's sitting at, good grief, were you stabilized? 1121. And the one I'm currently charging, well, I'm currently charging it, so it's sitting at 1121. Now it was sitting at 1120 or 1121 earlier when I checked it before I put it on charge. I had it on charge. Well, I took it off charge rather. So it hasn't lost any voltage. That one. It ain't fully charged, but it hasn't lost any voltage. It's been sitting at like 11.2, right? This other one, on the other hand, it's been on charge for a while, and for like a couple of hours. Oh yeah, no doubt. And the charger is saying it's at 42%. So let's look at that. Let's look at it. We'll disconnect it from the charger. And we'll take a look at it, see what it's showing. Now, I know it's hot right now. It should be, you know, like high because it's just been on the charger, right? So let's poke at it and see. I know you guys can't see the thing. You have to trust me on the readings. I'll tell you what they are here in a second. So we're getting 11.56 out of it right now. And so that's the stability of the voltage is what I'm looking for. So we got 1121 on this one and 1156 on that one. And now I have to see how they rest. But both of them need to be attempted to be full charge. So I'm gonna give them a full charge and let them do their thing, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm also here complaining from my neighbors. We have something in common. Oh, my neighbors don't complain, ever. I've never got a complaint. But again, I'm a pretty nice basehead. So during the daytime and business hours, as long as my neighbor isn't here who works late at night and sleeping, during the daytime, during business hours, I'll give it the beans. All bets are off. But let's see what it's doing on this. I just plugged it into this guy. And see, now it's showing 0%. That's because it's 11 volts, you know. I don't know, man. It's crazy. What's up, Scotty? So yeah, I'm struggling with that whole mess. But I'm gonna poke at them and try to charge them. Now I can tell you exactly what that lithium bank will read. I know 100% what that lithium bank will read. It will read 13.23. Guaranteed. I'm gonna get over here. Y'all should be able to see this one because of the angle of the dangle. The angle of the dangle is dangling. 13.23. So let's see here. Voltage is up. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. It's just too blasted dark, really, because this thing don't have no light to it. Let's see if I can one hand the probes. Yeah, I'll get a connection eventually. Oh, I'm wrong. It says 13.18. That's probably because it's been running that under the hood light for like 3 hours this afternoon. And I was doing some testing. I hadn't started it up since all of that. But I'll accept that. Oh, Fuego! Fuego's buying tacos again, folks. Y'all line up at the taco truck. We're going to get full. Inspire me to design and make my next build happen. Trunked under lithium, 412s, an 8 to 10K bass amp with some old school clean AB amps on mids and highs. Keep up the fantastic content. Thank you very much, O Fuego, for your generosity. Wow. You go get them, El Fuego. So I put a lot of effort into this. But here's the thing. I could make it cleaner, right? I can make it look, you know, look all clean and pretty. But the problem with that is when you hide a lot of things, you can't get to them. So like this battery right here, I can get to it. It's right here. I can disconnect it. I can check it. I can do all those things. It's right there handy. So, oh, guys, here's something interesting. Now, the way I laid this out over here with the power and ground situation, I did it kind of on purpose, okay? So, this block here is my power, and this block over here is the ground. What I'm working on for the wintertime is a system that will shut the lithium, disconnect the lithium if it gets below a certain temperature. And at the same time it's doing that, it's going to turn on a heating pad that's going to be underneath the lithium. And then once the temperature gets to a certain point, it will turn the heating pad back off and reconnect the alternator to the lithium. Now you may say, well, what if you want to go somewhere and this is the only battery you're running? Well, lithium can still put out power when it's cold. You just can't charge it when it's cold. So when if I disconnect the alternator from it, you know, by turning the power off the alternator, I could still use the battery to start the vehicle and be fine. I just wouldn't be charging, right? That's the plan. So having it be able to cut charging to the lithium if it's extremely cold will allow me to come out here, literally be running the whole vehicle off of that one battery, and come out here and fire it up and drive off, go do my thing, whatever I want to do, and whenever the battery has got enough heat in it to where the thermostat kicks the heater back off, the alternator will start charging it again. Essentially, about the only thing that I would notice is that the voltage wouldn't be as high. The voltage wouldn't be 14.4, it would be setting at 13 or whatever until the alternator kicked in. Pretty cool idea, right? So that's my plan, and I've got most of the stuff to do this with. I've also got a disconnect that I can install and have an AGM up front and disconnect it on a switch. So I can tie it into the system with a switch, or I can flip the switch and put it out of the system. Basically using two 500 amp battery isolators to get it out of the system. Which means if I'm running off the lithium, right? Even if the lithium is dead, I can flip the switch on the battery and still fire the vehicle up. And and I could separate the lithium out so I could charge the AGM at the same time. It's a whole lot of stuff involved in this, but I'm working real hard on it. Padco. Yo, Bobby B, what's up, my friend? Padco. I'm sure one of them is anyway. Proud to be Moroccan. Do I know Mr. Rachid? That's a long word. A scientist and engineer. No, I do not. Andy's live in 20. Okay, got that. I'm not going to be on. I'm not going to be on a terrible long run tonight. So this is a shorty. This fella asked me if I know this particular scientist. I'm not sure, because I live in the United States and he's from the United States, maybe? I don't know. Sometimes I get confused. I'm a very confused individual. He is a Moroccan scientist, engineer, and inventor. He's best known for his critical role in the development of graphite anode for lithium-ion batteries. Very nice. He's a Moroccan. That's cool. I know a lot of the scientists in the community are not from the United States, or they're not. Well, they're different nationalities. They may end up being in the United States. Some of our best inventions and our biggest inventions have come from people from other countries. I have no problem with that. On the same note, I ain't necessarily going to be able to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Yeah. Bobby B's got it down. He said, I get confused a lot. It's called old age. Yeah, well, you know, they say 60 is the new 30, right? I'm pushing on the 60s door, y'all. I'm coming to get you. I told my wife the other day, I said, I may be old, but I've outlived Elvis, Michael Jackson, and Jesus. So, I'm going to piss somebody off with that one. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I'm knocking on 60. I think we're about the same. I'm 55, I think. What year is this? 24? This is 24, right? I'm 54. I'll turn 54 this year. Oh, okay. Well, you're just a young fella. I remember when I was 52. Actually, no, I don't. I don't remember yesterday. It is what it is. Oh man, what a day. Yeah, we put in the hours. I put in the hours. I'm glad I got it planned. At first, I freaked out when I fired it up. 51. You're a young man too, Fuego. But at first I freaked out when I got it planned, because I fired it up and it's like, man, it sounds all wrong in the mids and highs. And it turned out my tablet had ran out of battery because I had it unplugged. When I restarted it, the volume was halfway down, and that just wrecked it. Hey bro, you're cool as hell. I'm 42 and people tell me I'm too old for what I do. I don't let it stop me from bumping everywhere I go. Oh, I love it at the red light, man. I'll be at the red light. You know, the red light base, everybody does that, right? I'll be at the red light chilling, you know, just kind of got it eased up. I ain't even in it. It'll just be like, you know, maybe a quarter of the way up. Oh, but I'll have it about a quarter of the way up, and it'll be rumbling a little bit. And some old lady will look at me from the car over. She turn around and look at me, and that mean look. I'm like, I just reach up there and go, and then she goes, "Ma!" That's the best part, man. Hell yeah, we rock it. We don't mess around with that. There's a bunch of us in the community that's older than me, man. I'm middle of the road. You know, we got guys in the 70s and 80s out there base heading, and it, you know, that's dropping 160s and shit in their car. That'll give you a demo to make you piss on yourself. Got my trigger point injection today in my back. Oh man, yeah, that sounds awesome and horrible. I have a herniated disc, and I used to get the steroid injection. And if it worked good, man, it was awesome. But if it didn't go good, man, you'd be sore for like a month, man, just hurting. Good gracious. And every other month. Yes, baby. Dang, this is the fart club. I'm only 39. Yeah, well, you know, you'll be 39 until you're 40, and then, you know, it goes by fast. Don't be talking too much smack, because if you're still as cool as we are whenever you're our age, then you can talk some smack. We're a bunch of cool ass dudes. Old cool dudes, man. Damn Skippy. Well, I know this has been a kind of a crummy live tonight, and not all that long, because I only had like 30% on my phone. I wanted to get this out before Andy went live, so I wouldn't have to go, you know, be cutting into him. I don't want to be competing with Andy. The head shake is funny to me. They want to know, appreciate it. Keep on dropping them lows. Yeah. That's the other thing. Sometimes I get the old lady next door, same old lady, and you look over there and she'll be like, it's really funny. You wouldn't think there's as many people out there. There's as many people out there that enjoy it and get a kick out of it as there is that you know, that scoff at you. You know, do I know about B2 audio? B2, yeah, I know a little bit about B2. Sweet like Danish. But as far as do I know about any specific products? Nah, I'd be lying if I said I did, man. I don't know. I don't. It's just way too many brands out there for me to have dug up enough information to be useful on any of them, except for the few that I deal with on a regular basis. Just bought a Tucson alternator and a Big 3 kit. Let the addiction begin. That's sweet. You need to get some storage though. If you got a 14.4 alternator, you need to work on getting some big high voltage storage. Bobby, El Fuego said, Bobby, those trigger point injections really help my back. Yeah, they're good, man, as long as they don't hurt. Try some B2 someday. I have no problem with B2. B2's a hardcore brand. I just don't happen to be in their world. I haven't messed with them enough. What do I suggest? Well, if you're charging at 14.4 with that alternator, you're going to probably want to get a lithium, because AGM is going to rest at like 13.8, and the higher your voltage is, the lower the amperage is to be able to make the same amount of power. So high voltage is just like high amperage, man. It's important, and you know, you ain't going to start charging your lithium or your AGM batteries. Ain't going to start putting out power until you've got down to their resting voltage. So you're not going to put out any power until you're like in the mid 12s. You know, with lithium, you'll start putting out power at like around 13, which is a big difference. It may not seem like a big difference, but you're multiplying the amperage times the volts to get to the watts, right? So when you add a half a volt or 1 volt, however much amperage, you're multiplying that amperage times 1 more, and that's a lot more watts. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I suggest. Look into lithium. Head over to Trunk Thunder Lithium. Use my discount code, CAE10. Get you a discount. El Fuego says, my first car, excuse me. The fellow whose name I cannot pronounce, he said, screw it, I'm not talking to you anymore. I'm taking my message away. El Fuego says, my first car audio system was an 89. Shitty gear from a swap meet. That's what the best gear is. Well, no, it depends on what kind of swap meet we're talking about. You're talking about one of those electronics fairs where they get the subs for $12 and all that? Whole different story. That's trash. But I've had those setups. I'll tell you what those $20 subwoofers are good for, though. If you got a home stereo system with a blown woofer in it, man, you can pick up some of those cheap piles or whatever, 12s and 15s, and drop in that home stereo system, and they're just spot on perfect for that. You can fill them cabinets up and get them rocking again. Oh yeah, lithium's tremendously lighter. Like that battery that I've been showing y'all, the Trunk Thunder Lithium, is the equivalent of at least 4 AGMs in its storage and its output ability, and I can easily pick it up with putting 1 finger on each side of the battery and lift it. Not even a palm it. I can palm it, but I can pick it up with just my thumb and middle finger. It's extremely light. I think it weighs like 5 or 6 pounds. It's really, really nothing to it. You like, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I try to keep it neat and make it look cool, present it. But I also want to be able to see what's going on. So that's the thing, Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. Padco? I'm terribly sorry. I'm going to go with Padco. But I apologize, but this operation is hardcore subject change after hardcore subject change. I jumped from one squirrel to another very quickly, and I apologize for that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Martin, and I appreciate you too, Savage. I'm fixing to jump off of here, though, because Andy's probably firing up now. You guys head over to Living Loud with Andy and jump in there. You'll get a really good entertainment. Andy's live stream is way more polished than mine. So just Google Living Loud with Andy if you don't already know, and pull up his channel. He will be streaming, and he's going to rock, dude. He's always entertaining. Anyway, guys, y'all have a good night. Peace out. Thank you, Fuego.